Hey everybody, it's Chris from Provo's Park Pass. I have some brand new news about the Walt Disney World and what's going on in the current situation. Be sure to hit that little notification bell because every time I get new news from cast members or community, I'm going to go ahead and try to post a video about that so you guys can stay up to date. Hit that notification bell. That way you get alerted to all the new things that are going on. Anyways, so right now in Walt Disney World, Josh D'Amaro, he's the president of Walt Disney World. This guy is super nice, by the way. He is awesome. He's great. I actually had the opportunity to meet him when the Haunted Mansion had their 50th anniversary. I got a chance to meet him, and he said some of the most flattering things. He says he loves the positivity of Provo's Park Pass, and I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. Anyways, Josh just sent out an email recently to all of the employees in the Walt Disney World, and that was sent to me. I'm not an employee, but I had several people forward that on to me so I can see what it says. And I was going to kind of tell you a little bit about what Josh said to the cast members. And he is a class act. I just want to say it right now. Josh is a class act, and he's a good person. He's a good man. So this is what he said. I'm just going to give you some highlights in it. Is that at the end of business day on Sunday, March 15th, all of the parks will be closed starting on Monday. So Monday the 16th, they'll be closed. They are in operation until the end of Sunday, March 15th. They'll stay closed until the end of the month. That is a plan. If you get on the app and you look at the app, you can see that the dates are all closed. But on April 1st, it does show their hours of when they are supposedly to be reopening. I am optimistic that that's when we will be able to reopen and see all the resorts and everything happening here. But keep in mind, it is a fluid situation, so we don't know the exact true opening dates of when the parks are going to be reopened. But if you look in the app, it does say April 1st. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that we get the situation in control and we get the parks open. Anyways, Josh said that, let me read here right here. For nearly 5 decades, our cast members have created countless memories for millions upon millions of our guests. But for now, we will take time to focus on the well-being of our cast, our families, and our community. And there's nothing more important than that. And that is exactly right, Josh. Thank you so much for being aware of the situation and taking care of our beloved cast members, because the cast members are really what make Disney so special, right? That's what it is. It wouldn't be this way without our cast members. So in addition to that, all the Disney parks are going to be closed, but all the Disneyland resorts and hotels at Walt Disney World are currently going to be remaining open. They will not be closing. So all the different Disney resorts will be open. So you can go and stay in any of those resorts if you want. Interestingly enough, we have a whole bunch of videos about these different resorts. I'll probably be putting one out the very beginning of next week. Secrets revealed of a bunch of the different resorts. And so the resorts will remain open. As far as transportation goes, the boats, let's see here. I've got another email here. So as far as the transportation goes, let me just read this to you. As far as what is it? The Sasagula? I don't know how to pronounce that. The Sasagula? You guys are I'm gonna be slaughtered. I know I'm saying those boat names wrong. So the Sasagula boats. They're the boats that run from Disney Springs, from Port Orleans and Old Key West and Saratoga Springs, will remain open. The Disney Monorail is going to also remain open, which is awesome. I don't know about the buses. I haven't heard anything about the buses, if the buses will remain open, but we'll find out. Once I find out, I'll let you know if the buses will be remaining open as well at the Walt Disney World. So the resort hotels are going to remain open during this time. The park, the last day will be Sunday, March 15th, and then they will be closed. All the resorts will be closed. I mean, the parks will be closed until April 1st. And it shows on the app that on April 1st, they'll be reopening. Keep in mind, this is like a fluid situation, and we don't know if that's exactly when they are going to be opening or not, but we are incredibly hopeful that it is. So we'll see what happens there. Some other things to be aware of is that Disneyland Paris is actually open this weekend as well, and they are closing on the 15th, and their hours are they're closing like a little bit early, like 8 in the evening, and so as well. So that's kind of this is unprecedented that we are having all these different parks closed, but it is what's happening, and it's for the best right now. We just want to stem the tide of what's happening with everything, and just don't want to pass anything on to another person. Now, I just also want to say thank you so much for your positive support. You guys we've gotten tons of emails and comments and questions. I've been trying my best. I've been going through and trying to answer every question. The one question I've been asked the very most, I think, and I don't know the answer, and I don't know if I will hear the answer for quite a while, is people are asking about, what about the annual passport holders? Are they going to get a refund on those days? Are they gonna extend their days? They'll be prorated. What's gonna happen since you can't use your annual passes during the last couple of weeks here? I don't know. I have not heard anything at this time. The second I do, I will be sure to update you as fast as I can with an update on that as well. Also, I want to say that you've given us tons of comments of what you want us to do for future videos, because people are like, well, the parks are closing, so what kind of future videos are you gonna do? Don't worry. So here at Pros Park Pass, we film lots of videos way in advance because the editing process takes quite a while. So we still have lots of videos to be putting out there. We have lots of secrets revealed videos that'll be coming out. We have ride comparison videos that will also be coming out. And I just want to say this right now. You need to be responsible, because when you put suggestions in there, Amanda's literally like, she's reading every suggestion, like, I'm doing this. And somebody put the suggestion in here. I don't know who it was, but literally, our house is probably going to burn down because of you. They asked her to cook a Monte Cristo sandwich, and Amanda's like, I'm on it. So she's literally going to try to cook a Monte Cristo sandwich. And what you don't know is Amanda's amazing, right? You guys know that. She's awesome. Cooking's just not one of her skill sets. And so you should have started her off with something simpler. Like, that's probably the most advanced sandwich you could start with, right? You should have started off with maybe like a PB&J, cutting the crust off, something at that level. That's really the level that we're operating here at Provost Park Pass. But you guys threw her right in. She is literally going to try to attempt to cook a Monte Cristo. You guys don't understand. She doesn't even know. She's going to have to fry. She doesn't know that she has to fry this. She's like, I don't know what's going to happen. So that'll be a video coming out sometime in the future. We appreciate all your guys' suggestions. Keep giving us lots of suggestions, and we'll try our best to do some cool and fun things to do as well. We had a suggestion to go down to Bryce Canyon, because that's where they got the inspiration for the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's something that's a possibility to do that as well. And we also have some ride comparison videos coming out, some secrets revealed on rides, and then some ride comparisons from the different parks. Those videos will be coming out shortly too. And I just want to say, I watched the coolest documentary on the Jungle Boats, on how they made the boats. It was riveting. Okay, too soon? Not enough? I mean, just trying to have a little levity. Now, there is this anxiety that people feel, and that is normal. And I was reading online, like, how do people handle this panic? First of all, when you are feeling this emotions or this panic, name your emotion. Like, try to identify, is it, and when I first read that, I was like, give it a name, like Fritz. Like, do you call your emotion Fritz? They don't mean that. They literally try to identify what is you're feeling. Is it anxiety? Is it panic? Are you scared? Are you angry? Try to identify the emotion that you're feeling, because that will help you actually be able to cope with that particular emotion. Once you've identified it and named it, then you'll be able to deal with it. This is a precautionary measure that people are taking, and it's fine. We will get through this, you guys. Just deep breaths. We are going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. Just keep being positive. Things that you need to know is, once again, I'm a big proponent of washing hands. Keep washing your hands. Even after this whole scare gets over, keep washing your hands. I really like that a lot. Wash your hands a lot. If you do have to sneeze or cough, do the vampire, like, into the crook of your elbow. It's better. Don't cough in your hands, because then that's just. I mean, I remember when I was little, that's what they taught us. They're like, cover your mouth when you cough. That's terrible advice. Don't do that. Do the crook of your arm right there, and don't do it on your hands. And I would actually kind of avoid shaking hands for a little while. You could do like little elbow bumps, like boom, boom, elbow bump, like an elbow bump. That's actually good to do. Try to avoid crowded places if you can. And if you don't feel well, refrain from going out in public. Stay home and monitor your progress and see how it's going. If you feel like you have contacted, is that word? Contacted. What's that word? I'm terrible with words. You guys know that. If you feel like you have something and you can actually reach out to a healthcare professional by phone, let them know. They'll determine exactly how at risk you are for having contacted something, and then they might do some testings. So be aware. Take deep breaths. We all are going to get through this. We're going to do some fun videos for you guys. I hope, Amanda, with this cooking video, you guys, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Anyways, last little recap. Walt Disney World, the resorts are going to remain open. And then other questions we get a lot is, they're like, I have tickets for such and such, like for Disneyland, or I have tickets for Walt Disney World, and they're in June or they're in April. Should I cancel now? I wouldn't. I would hold on to that and keep your tickets. And I know a lot of you plan trips. People have been planning trips for like 10 years and they finally get there and this happens. Keep your tickets as now and then wait and see if they actually push the dates. But as of now, we're hoping that April 1st, everything's going to go back to normal and the parks will reopen and we'll see what happens at that point. Be sure to hit that little notification button. That way you get any new updates. Every time I get updates from the cast members and from the community of Disney, I'll try to update you guys. And you guys just be safe, have a good time, relax, deep breaths. Relax. We're going to be fine.